How you doing?
All right.
Anybody get the coronavirus yet? No, I hope not. Okay, so with that, everybody is probably getting tired of hearing about it. I know I am. I think the world's going crazy, literally bat, you know what, crazy. So this to me is probably one of my most important pieces. It's very heartfelt. With this, on a time 9/11, an episode that happened, not an episode, an experience that I had at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I think it's going to tie in. Once everything is said and done, you guys will see where I'm going with this. This is simply called Sheepdog. There's a concept known as the Sheepdog concept. Military YouTuber Nothing Fancy says this about the concept. The heart of what I've referred to as the sheepdog is a selflessness that looks outwardly to the needs of others, that cannot abide watching their fellow human beings suffer and die while they do nothing. They're compelled to action even when those actions could lead to their own death or injury. I am the sheepdog, protector of my flock, on watch at all times, keeping the predators at bay. These predators come in many forms: physical, psychological, self-imposed. Few things going on in the world. I've always made it my duty to be the sheepdog wherever I may be. Looking out for others, doing the right moral thing, not being afraid to speak up when you see something wrong occurring. Stepping in to intervene on behalf of someone who's being attacked, bullied, those too afraid or too weak to defend themselves. Kind of sounds like the Army values, doesn't it? We preach, see something, say something, step in if you see a soldier in trouble. This is a saying. There's a saying that all it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to stand by and idly do nothing. Unfortunately, this is the way of our society now. It is very sad. For example, those who had direct knowledge of the likes of Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby and what they were doing for years and did nothing and just stood by. Then when these same people later confronted by the world for not taking any action, these people just said, I know, I probably should have done something. That's unfortunate. These people are no better than the perpetrators themselves who committed these acts. A few years ago, while at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, I saw a person break down, physically, mentally, and emotionally. He was an absolute mess. Literally, a man defeated. The sight of this helpless person shook me to my very core. Something was wrong. His body language seemed that he was in immense distress. He fell to the ground, consumed by immediate anguish. I rushed over to help him. Turns out he just found out his wife and young daughter had just been killed in a car accident, killed by a drunk driver with a lengthy history of DUIs. The man responsible for this horrible incident did show some true remorse during the trial. Ironically, that person later died in prison of a stroke while in the latrine. Karma at work, if you ask me. And in that case, karma was at work very hard. I kept in touch with the man for a few years, checking on him from time to time. Eventually, I lost touch with him. I hope he's doing well. The sheepdog. This is the person I have always been. The people that I always come to when they need to talk about a problem. The person who will stand up for what is right. The sheepdog. This is who I am. Now another predator is among us. Fear of what is known as COVID-19. I don't have to tell you about that. The media is overhyped to the point of no return. I remember when September 11th, 2001 occurred. I was in New York City 3 days later on active duty. Things at that time were so bleak, so unsure. No one really knew what was going to happen. Were things ever going to go back to normal? They did and they didn't. They went back to the new post-9/11 normal, the normal we've been living for the past 19 years. One thing did happen though. For a time in our country, for a little while, we all came together. No black versus white, no rich versus poor. We were all unified. A unified country who came together under an attack. Now we are under attack again. A new enemy, COVID-19, has emerged. We have to be smart about this and not freak out. Use common sense. Look out for one another. And be the decent human beings that we were all born to be. Now again, we will have to adjust to another new way of life and ride the storm out. I am the sheepdog, watching over the flock. Now I'll ask all of you to do the same. You too can be a sheepdog in your own way. This is the only way all of us, all over the world, are going to survive this next new normal. In the end, only kindness matters. Be good to each other. I'm Robert Waters. Thank you so much.